Brooks, welcome to Royal St George's. You've performed really well this season, 2 strong finishes in the last 2 majors. How confident are you of contending this week for the Open title?
Yeah, I feel good. Coming off a couple good finishes, felt like I was playing well. So excited for this week, and it's a major, so I'll be up for it, and excited to play this week.
Okay, the first question from the middle row. Sorry, David, can you just wait for the mic?
Okay. Brooks, you said on several occasions that you find it so much easier to get up for the majors. I just wonder when that starts to kick in. Is it when you set foot on property a few days before, or when you start making plans?
No, I don't make plans, but it's kind of more when I show up. I don't know, it's a different feeling. It's just more focused, more locked in on what I need to do, no distractions. I just simplify everything, and it becomes a lot easier.
Okay, the next question from the front row.
Brooks Russell from TalkSport, nice to speak to you. How much do you enjoy coming to the UK? I appreciate it's a very different year with COVID, but could you tell me about that and about the challenges of coming and playing links golf and taking part in an Open?
Yeah, I've always enjoyed coming over here. Came over here when I was a little kid. Actually here, watched Ben win. Me and my brother and my mom came over. I must have been like 10 years old or something. But yeah, I've always enjoyed playing links golf. I think it takes a lot of creativity, imagination, and in the States, a lot of times just throw it up high in the air and the ball's going to stop. Where you really got to pay attention where your ball's going to bounce short of the green. You might have 50 yards, but you got about 6 clubs you could play. And I think that's always fun. Brings out the creative side, and it's fun. I love it, man. I love it over here.
Okay, the next question, Phil, middle row.
Yeah, Brooks, I can't use, in the circumstances, the word Pete Cowan used to describe what you said about not getting the job done at the USPGA, though that you were rather annoyed, shall we say. How would you sum up your feelings about just not quite getting over the line in the last 2 majors?
Yeah, disappointing. PGA started off with a double, made a mental mistake there, so that drives me nuts. I don't mind making mistakes, making a bad swing, but when you make a mental mistake, I kind of pride myself on not making a mental mistake during a major, and that was unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I just didn't play good enough. I didn't putt anywhere remotely good enough to win, so didn't deserve it. But still lost, so doesn't matter.
Okay, the next question from the front, Bob.
Brooks, what do you think of the golf course? How does it compare to some of the other Open venues, and what do you think is its biggest challenge?
I only played the front 9. I don't know. It's not my favorite venue that we've played. I think Port Rush and St Andrews are definitely the favorites. I haven't seen all 18. I'll see the back 9 today, but quite a few blind tee shots. You kind of hitting to nothing, and fairways are quite undulating. It's I don't know. It's not my favorite of the rotation. I'll put it that way.
Okay, the next question, Martin at the back.
Brooks, how would you describe your performances so far in the Open, and do you feel the best is still to come for you in this event?
Yeah, I think I probably haven't played my best over here. I don't know. I think over the last couple of years, I don't want to say it's been a distraction, but I've won, the PGA or U.S. Open before, and I've enjoyed those weeks after a little too much. And I didn't play. I came over Sunday was the first time I touched a club since Travelers, so. Maybe I always don't have the best prep coming into this, but I feel good. I feel my game feels solid. I like the way I'm hitting it right now, and definitely more comfortable than I've been in years past coming over.
Okay, next question at the back row.
Brooks, in this country we've been quite royally entertained recently by the back and forths between you and Bryson. I just wondered, is there any kind of pantomime element to that, or is the fact you just genuinely don't care for each other?
There's a story behind it, but I've already said the story. So, like I said, we had a conversation at Liberty, and you know, he didn't hold up in his end of the bargain, and I didn't like that, so I'll take my shots.
Okay, just a quick reminder before the next question. For those joining online, if you could raise your hand and if you want to ask a question to Brooks. Ewan?
Hi, Brooks. When you say it's not your favourite venue and you explained why, how does that affect your confidence or your attitude towards going out there and trying to win the Claret Jug?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, I've won on golf courses that I'm not a big fan of before. Has nothing to do with it. I still got to get up and go hit the shot and do what I'm supposed to do. So that doesn't bug me. I don't care whether I like the place, don't like it. You know, you still got to play good and go hit the shots. But yeah, like I said, I mean, playing St. Andrews is probably my favorite place in the entire world to play. Port Rush 2 years ago was, I don't know, I love that place. I thought that was just such a good open, fun golf course to play. Really enjoyed that, and this one, it's just not as exciting. I don't know why. Whether it be a couple shots to nothing, you know, a couple blind. I don't want to say blind. A couple blind tee shots or shots in where you can't really see much, and I'm not too big of a fan of that.
Okay, the next question from the top left.
Brooks, is there a point, considering that you know the Ryder Cup's come up later this year, that you have to start at least trying to get along with Bryson somehow if you're going to be in the same team in September?
You realize it's only a week, right?
Yeah, but I mean, you are on the same team. I mean,
It's
does
only
it
a
not
week.
make it
I mean,
awkward?
look, I can put it aside for business. If we're gonna be on the same team, I can deal with anybody in the world for a week, and I'm not playing with them. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be paired together. Put it that way. I think that's kind of obvious, but it doesn't matter. I don't think I mean, we're not gonna be high-fiving and, you know, having late night conversations, but you know, I do my thing, he does his thing. Yeah, we're on the same team, but it's not an issue at all. I don't view it as an issue. I don't think he does. Like I said, I can put anything aside for you know, a team, business, whatever, just to get the job done. I can no problem with that.
Okay, we've got two further questions in the room, and then we'll go over to the Zoom. We'll start in the bottom right here.
Yeah, hi, Brooks. I mean, last month, I think you quite rightly say that your rivalry with Bryson is good for the game. I think that's the general feeling. Do you think it'd be good for the game if you two are playing in the final group on Sunday, and is that something you'd relish?
Yeah, I mean, I would enjoy it. I'll be close to the final group come Sunday. You know, I always feel like I play well in the big events, the majors, so I think it'd be a lot more people tuning in. With everything that's gone on over the last 2 years, maybe something like that, 3 years. So yeah, I think there'd be a lot of people tuning in.
Your experience as a four-time, four major winners.
Use a mic.
Sorry, yeah. Your experience as a four-time major winner. I think you're the only one who's won multiple majors in the last 5 years. That'd be crucial going into that final day. Do you feel?
Maybe a little bit, not much. I mean, at the end of the day, it just comes down to how well you're playing. You know, are you going to make the putts? Are you going to hit the right shots at the right time? You know, avoid bunkers out here. Keep it out of the rough. The rough's pretty thick out here. Probably the thickest I've seen of the venues in, I don't know, the last 5 years, maybe 6 years. So you got to be able to drive the ball straight. You know, that's a big key out here.
Okay, we'll take one more question, and then we'll go to the Zoom call. David?
Yeah. Brooks, in addition to your wins, you've obviously contended in the Open and the Masters. Is the career Grand Slam something you've given thought to going ahead?
Yeah, I mean, that's a goal of mine. We were actually just laughing about it. It'd be pretty cool to go back-to-back in all of them. I think that'd be pretty cool. So that's the goal. Like I said, I just need to get the job done here. I love St. Andrews, so you know, hopefully that'll happen.
Okay, we'll join the journalists on Zoom. Liv, over to you.
Thanks, Stuart. And our first question is from Doug Ferguson, please.
Brooks, did I hear you say you came over here in '03 when Ben won?
Yeah, I did.
That seems like an odd vacation for a Florida kid. What brought you here? What were the circumstances, and what are your strongest memories?
We got the opportunity. I must have been in, I don't know what I was in, 5th, 6th grade, something like that. Just come over here, play St. Andrews, Carnoustie, come watch, I think, the final round of the Open. So me, my mom, and my little brother, we came over, I think, a couple days early from when the whole thing was going to start, and just got to play links golf. I thought it was so much fun. You know, that's kind of when I fell in love with it, and you know, it was cool getting to. I remember my brother at the time. We thought it was so cool. I think Tiger was playing on 13, and my brother had said something, and Tiger said something back to him, and we thought it was the coolest thing at the time. And it's kind of funny. I think with about 3 holes left, I remember Thomas took a few out of the bunker, and I think Ben was maybe a group or 2 behind him or something like that, but I ended up falling asleep right in the little pavilion to the right of 18 and didn't even see the finish. So, and I remember getting yelled at by my mom of, I didn't bring you over here to fall asleep kind of deal. So, but it was fun. We enjoyed the whole trip, and it was quite cool family trip.
Hey, try and stay awake this week.
Thanks, Doug. And our next question is from Dennis, please.
Thanks very much, Liv. Dennis Kerwin here, Meridian Media. Brooks, how big a help has Ricky been to you in relation to plotting your way around links courses?
I mean, Rick's a help anywhere I go. I love that guy to death. I don't think I would have the success I've had without him. He's a crucial part of, you know, the way game plan. He really understands how I play golf, how I go about things, and you know, he keeps it light out there. I mean, we have a good relationship off the course, a good relationship on it. Keep things light, and you know, he knows I'm not going to take it too seriously. And you know, we've been together for 8 years now, almost, maybe, I think. You know, he can pretty much tell exactly what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, and I think, you know, when you build that relationship so well on the course, off the course, you know, good things are going to happen. And you know, he's been a big part of those major wins, every win I've had, and you know, even coming over to links, just I mean, he's grown up on it, so he I don't want to say I lean on him all the time, but he's definitely got a better understanding of how to play links golf than I do. So it's definitely been helpful to have him on the bag, and you know, I wouldn't in that relationship I'm super grateful for.
Thanks, Brooks.
Thanks, Dennis. And that's all the questions from Zoom at the moment. So back to you, please, Stuart.
Okay, we've got time for 2 further questions. Bob first, and then Phil.
Brooks, obviously the protocols here are a lot different than what we're seeing at home, especially in the last couple months. What kind of adjustments did you have to make? Have you found it to be difficult at all to kind of go back to what we were doing maybe a year ago? And I mean, how are you sort of getting along with the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. You know, I don't have my full team here this week. I don't have my trainer. Don't have my chef. So the cooking's definitely is not as good with me, Rick, my physio, and my manager, Blake. We're trying our best, but it's not as good as she would make it. But it's not too big of a deal. Like, most of the times I don't do anything anyways. I come to the course, I go to the gym, and I don't leave the house. So it's not too big of an adjustment for me. I would say just missing those 2 would be the big thing. No, I've just got me, my physio, my caddy, and my agent, and that's it. Just the 4 of us, and it's quite fun. I mean, we're all so close, and you know, we've always enjoyed this week, and I don't know, it's fun, the 4 of us getting to stay together, because usually it doesn't happen.
Okay, we'll take one last question, Phil, very quickly.
Yeah, Brooks, apologies if I missed this, but when you explained recently the start of this thing with Bryson, and you said that he went back on his word, which is why you're... But did you explain what he did? How did he go back on his word? Apologies if you have said that and I missed it. But what did he do that made you think he'd gone back on his word?
Yeah, it was at, I said it a couple weeks ago, it was at Liberty. He didn't like that I had mentioned his name in slow play. So we had a conversation in the locker room, and then I guess, he said something else in the press conference, but didn't mention his name in it. And he walked up to Ricky, said something, it was, you tell your man if he's got something to say it to myself. Thought that was ironic because he went straight to Ricky. So I hit Ricky told me when I came out, hit a few putts and then just walked right over to him. We had a conversation. Both agreed we'd leave each other out of it and then wouldn't mention each other. Just kind of let it die off. Wouldn't mention each other's names. Just go about it. And so then he decided I guess he was going on that little, whatever, playing video games online or whatever, and brought my name up and said a few things. So now it's fair game.
Okay, everyone, we'll bring things to a close there. Thank you, everybody, for joining, and Brooks, very best of luck this week.
Thanks.